Hey guys, it's Holly, and today I'm going to be doing a resin tutorial. I just wanted to show you guys how I've been making my resin pieces that I've been doing updates on. I don't think that I do anything really special, and there are lots of really good tutorials on YouTube, but I thought I would just make one just showing how I do it. I do not claim to be a professional. This is in no way the only way that you can do resin. But anyway, so the first thing we need to talk about is the two different types of resins that I use. The first one I use is the Easy Cast Clear Casting Epoxy. It dries clear, and it's the 1-to-1 ratio, and it cures in about 24 hours. So this is the one that I use for the most part. And then the other one I use is the Amazing Casting Resin. This one hardens white, so it's actually an opaque white. I really like to use this for the back of all of my resin pieces, and I also use it to dome the back of my resin pieces. And the great thing about it is that it cures in like 10 minutes. It's super quick, and I really love that. Amazing Casting Resin also comes in clear, but I don't use that because it would stress me out to have to put the stickers in so quickly because it hardens so quickly. The first thing we're going to do is mix our resin. There are 2 bottles in the box, and you need to have equal parts of both. So I just pour them into plastic cups. Make sure to wear gloves, as resin is definitely not good to get on your skin, and also try to wear a mask or do this in a ventilated area. Then you're going to mix these together until it is clear. I just use popsicle sticks. I don't worry about bubbles because the bubbles kind of come out on their own. I just let it sit for a little bit and all the bubbles come to the top. Then I pour the resin into the molds. There are tons of molds that you can get. I'll put some links down in the description for some Etsy stores where you can get molds. I am using these bracelet molds. I'm actually using them the wrong way. You're supposed to pour it in the front and it makes a bracelet, but I like using the back to make a round tile piece, and I actually got these molds at Hobby Lobby. Once you've poured it, then you're gonna want to wait a little bit because you want the resin to be a little bit tacky before you put anything in it. When you wait long enough, the bubbles will come to the top, and the best trick that I've learned so far is to use a lighter to pop the air bubbles at the surface. This really has helped me to achieve no bubbles in my resin pieces, and it's a really great tip. Just be very careful with this. Then we're going to place our stickers. My favorite stickers to use are the PVC or epoxy stickers. They do not require any preparation. You can stick them directly in the resin. If you are using paper stickers, then you will need to seal the stickers either with Mod Podge or tape or something to protect it from the resin, because the resin will seep into the paper and destroy the sticker. I am weird, and I like to kind of put all the stickers in there and shuffle them around, so it usually takes me a little bit to find the right design of how I want the stickers to be. After you put the stickers in, I like to wait for this layer to completely cure. I know some people like to put in the glitter right after the stickers, but I do not like to do that, so I'm going to wait until this layer is completely dry before I go on to the next step. One of my pieces is Rapunzel themed, so I'm actually going to use some paint to draw kind of like a brick wall behind her, and I'm just going to do this directly on the hardened resin. Then I'm going to mix and pour another layer of the clear casting resin on top, and then again I'm going to wait a little bit until the resin gets tacky to add my glitter. When stickers are kind of clear, I like to use just a little bit of glitter. I try not to go overboard because it makes it hard to see the sticker once it's done, so I just add a little bit of glitter here and there just to kind of accent the stickers. You don't want to add in your glitter too early because it will move around, so it's very important that you wait a little bit for the resin to harden slightly so that the glitter stays put. With stickers that are not see-through, I like to go a little bit more crazy with the glitter, so I just completely use a crap ton. Then I'm going to wait for that to cure, and then I'm going to add my last layer, which is where I'm going to use the Amazing Casting Resin. And this resin is very quick to start to harden, so you have to work kind of fast. It's very liquidy when you pour it, and then it starts to cure, and it cures in about 10 minutes. You want to let it sit for a little bit longer than that before you pop it out of the mold, though, because it can be kind of soft. So once you've waited, you can pop them out of the mold. There's not really a great way for me to do this. It kind of takes me a little bit to get it out because it is so stiff. So it takes a little bit of prying. And there you have your finished piece, and it is so cute and adorable. You can leave it like this, but I like to finish up my pieces. So the first thing that I do is clean up the edges. So what I do is I use a very, very fine grit of sandpaper. This is, I found it at Walmart in the car section. I think it's about 2000 grit, I'm not sure, but it's very, 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 very soft sandpaper, and I get it wet so that I'm not inhaling the resin dust, and then I just kind of rub it around on the sandpaper to clean up any extra raw edges from my resin. Then the last thing I do is dome. Doming is basically when you pour resin on a piece that is not in a mold. So I'm going to pour some more clear resin on the tops of my pieces to give them a nice shine. Make sure that you push your resin all the way to the edges, but not over the edge. I have a hard time with this. I'm still practicing on not having it overflow. If it does overflow, you can always just sand it off afterward. Then for the backs, I dome with the white amazing casting resin. This time I was adding magnets. You don't have to do this, and I actually wish I hadn't done it because these magnets were not very strong. Just make sure that if you do magnets that they're very strong magnets, especially with big pieces like this. And then you're done, and you can add rhinestones and ribbon or bows. I really like to decorate my resin pieces, but you totally do not have to do that. So that is my resin tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed, and hopefully this was somewhat helpful. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you later. Bye!